U.S. President Donald Trump says the U.S. must respond after Iran allegedly shot down an American helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz on Monday. The incident comes as Tehran and Washington try to negotiate a ceasefire deal. Writing on social media, Trump said he was informed by U.S. military personnel that Iran shot down an Apache helicopter which had been patrolling the contested waterway. U.S. Central Command reported that 2 crew members had to be rescued and were in a stable condition after the aircraft went down near the coast of Oman. DW correspondent Misha Komadovsky is following developments in Washington. Misha, what more can you tell us about the downing of that U.S. Army helicopter? What do we know so far?
Well, Terry, we know this U.S. Army Apache helicopter was operating over the Strait of Hormuz when it went down, and President Trump is blaming Iran, although we still don't know many details about exactly what happened there. What we do know is that the 2 Army aviators were on board. As you said, they were rescued by a drone boat, and according to the officials, were not injured. The incident comes at a particularly tense moment here in the region. Just a day earlier, Iran and Israel exchanged fire again, raising fresh questions about the stability of the ceasefire that President Trump has been pushing for. So this helicopter downing is likely to add to those tensions. It's also worth noting that these helicopters have played an important and significant role in the U.S. operations in the Gulf, including efforts to deter Iranian activity and enforce pressure on Tehran's oil exports. That's why this incident is attracting so much attention here in Washington.
Well, President Trump says that the U.S. must respond. What kind of response is being discussed, Misha?
Well, at this point, Harry, the president has not provided any details. He said that the United States must respond to the attack, but it's still unclear what form that response could take or when it might happen. One question now is whether Washington would seek to avoid further escalation by signaling its intentions in advance. In the past, if you remember, Iran has at times provided advance warning before retaliation like this, and that allowed the other side to prepare. Would the U.S. consider a similar approach? It remains entirely unclear here.
Just yesterday, Donald Trump called on Iran and Israel to, quote, stop shooting. How would you assess where his efforts to end this war stand right now, Misha?
Well, it's hard to say, but it certainly looks like President Trump's efforts to calm the situation are facing another serious test. Just yesterday, you're right, he was calling on both Iran and Israel to stop shooting and preserve what was already a very fragile ceasefire. But now, with this downing of this U.S. helicopter and Trump's promise that America will respond, there are fresh questions here in Washington, D.C. about whether that truce can actually hold.
DW's Misha Komadovsky there in Washington. Thank you so much.